Hello, everyone, and welcome back. So, what I'll be talking today with you all is being an entrepreneur. I totally understand that it's not an easy world where there's so much of cutthroat competition, and there are some mistakes which we make as an entrepreneur which hinders our growth in our businesses. So, today, what I'll be talking to you all about is those three mistakes which you can avoid and start making and probably start achieving your goals, whatever you have as a business person or as an entrepreneur. And as you all know, I come here on the weekly basis to give you some kind of tip and tricks, which I've shared it with my own clients, and they have seen so many of successes, which has helped them a lot. And so my only aim is to do these videos so that you also get a glimpse of the coaching world and how it can help you in some way. All right. So with that, let's get started. So what are we talking about today? We're talking about being an entrepreneur and how we can avoid certain mistakes which is done by most of us when we are working to build a business or a startup. So let's dive into it. So what are the mistakes I'm talking about today? So there are three primary mistakes. So mistake number one is hidden cost of not having clear business plan. Now, when you're starting any kind of business, you have to have a clear plan, what it's going to look like, and what are the costs it will be required. So most of us, we leave out sometimes, oh, it's just a $5, oh, it's just a $20, or it's just $100, it's not a big deal, I can take it out from my personal and do it. Never do that. So most of the clients I've worked with, I've told them to get a separate card for the business where they can see what is going on with your business literally at all stages, so that it doesn't derail your entrepreneurial journey. So what is the mistake number two? Ignoring the market research and understanding your audience, and which can lead to wasted resources and missed opportunities. So see, if you want to start a business or if you want to become an entrepreneur, give it a timeline. I would say don't do it today. Give yourself a 90 days or 60 days to do the full research, what you're doing. And then launch whatever services or product you want to. Because you have to have the proper market research analysis. What does that mean? That who are you selling to? Your audiences? Who is your competition? How the trends are going on in your area or in your whatever you're trying to provide to the people, or your industry. So these are the things very important. People leave out this important analysis and they directly jump into start selling their products or services. And that leads them to again a derail in your entrepreneur journey. So what is the mistake number three? Now, underestimating the importance of networking and mentorship in building successful enterprise. So to give you an example why networking is the very important part of it, when I was starting, I had to go back to my mentors to get some suggestions, some ideas, some advices. You have to, right? So when you're starting something new, not everybody will be equipped that kind of knowledge. So you need to find out the people who are expert in that industry, who are subject matter expert people, and they have seen the successes, they can advise you well. So networking is very important, right? So always be in touch with the people, those who you have worked in the past or those who have mentored you. So let's talk about an example. For instance, the mistake of trying everything to everyone. So one of the biggest mistakes, now we are going to get a little into detail. So when you're trying everything to everyone, what does that lead you to? Nowhere. So I know a lot of us are excited about our products and services from our perspective, but you have to always think from the end value of it, which is your customer. So how you have to look at it, from what value would they get, your customers, right? And when you're trying to sell everything to them, like for instance, let's say if you're in coaching and you are a career coach, you're a business coach, you're a life coach, you are all sorts of coaches, the person would get confused that what are they coming in for? So always define your niche, and once you have achieved a level of successes in that niche and area, then you can definitely broaden it, but first you have to start with something. And like I said, a business plan or business model is very important, and we so get caught up in excitement of just launching something and not realizing that we have to have a proper model. So you can use any of the models I would suggest from the Google. Go to Google, do a business model plan. You would get so many of them for free, which you can start working upon. And like I said, you have to give at least 60 days when you launch a product or you launch your services. Please don't jump into it right away. And the third mistake perhaps is the most insidious of all, not being adaptable. So I know when I had started my own coaching business, and I'll be very honest with you guys, I was not flexible. What does that mean? That means that I was not adaptable. Things change. So be familiar with the trends going on that time. So you have to adapt to the new trends, the new audiences, if that is a requirement in your industry or anything new. So the quick you are to adapt, so the quick you are towards success. So remember that, okay? So I think if these things you can take care of, I think you will be very successful in what you're trying to. So we need to willing to take up a step back, assess our business with a critical eye, and make tough decisions when necessary. So always remember that our perspective is different from a customer's perspective. So always remember that. Okay. So a turning point is recognizing the failure is not the end. You can still keep going with your business and entrepreneurship, unless you feel that there is no coming back and there's a big roadblock and you should not be doing it anymore. Okay. And the truth is, failure is an essential part and in entrepreneur journey, because I'm saying it to you all. So just embrace the failure and keep growing. So I hope this video was helpful to you all who are just starting up a business or are into business. So this will help you all those people. So thank you for watching, and you all have a wonderful day.